Right, we are back. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Do you need the?
Yeah, I think that should be good.
Okay.
We'll know in seconds.
Yeah. So right now, the two individuals are walking up as lizard folk, and I think that's where we're at.
Yep.
Okay. You guys approach the guards. They have their sword, their arms pulled. What do you guys want?
We need an insane draconic.
He looks around. I kind of step to the side.
Walk in.
Okay.
That was a super gamble.
You guys walk in and
saying
see...
we need in is not a super gamble.
In Draconic.
In Draconic, and to hopefully see the power dynamic.
Yeah.
So you guys,
get out.
once you're inside, you're able to see it. There are wraithbanes on either side, and there are a few lizard folk that perk up when they hear that, and they come over like, "What are you doing at this gate?"
We need in. It's as simple as that.
What were you doing?
We were out looking for that other clan of people that escaped.
The two of you?
It's just a scouting party.
Whatever. Go see the boss.
Okay.
So dwarves, am I right? We both agree. What?
Those are lizard folk talking.
Yeah.
Okay. In Draconic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also not there.
Yeah.
And so what were you going to say to Sai?
Oh, right. Yeah. So.
Hey, they got in. Good for them.
Great. You want to get in?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. You have my permission, so you're not going to get in trouble from Voucher. I need you to stab me. Specifically, where the true sword mark is.
Oh.
God.
Do you just when you poke it, does it come up?
I don't know how it works.
Yeah, we'll go with it. It's kind of like a...
I just need you to stab me right there, so it's bloody.
It's like a dark mark. Projects into the sky.
I probably would have done it on accident anyways, but sure. If Valtro gets mad at me for that,
I gave you permission. He can't get mad at you.
he goes running on.
Son of a bitch!
This enraged.
The dragon person. Oh wait, no, that's Valtro.
He brings other ones.
Yeah,
like,
you
come
abandoned
on.
me, and I'm
There
like,
they are.
I don't speak Draconic.
Keep the short one alive.
I would rip the bottom of my cloak and tie it around the mark. Okay. I'm gonna be your distraction.
What am I supposed to do?
Sneak in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is gonna go very bad, I hope you know.
You're just trying to get me killed, aren't you? Be honest.
No, it's probably gonna be me who gets killed, but it's fine.
Oh, okay.
You ready?
Patience is a virtue nobody in this group has. And sometimes Enna. No.
You and I
My
just
bad, sorry.
You two are the primary offenders. I'm some of the time. Valtor's never.
Has no one ever seen Star Wars? Like, come on.
Wait, which part of Star
The
Wars?
first episode. Episode 1.
Yeah. Obi-Wan's a
Oh.
distraction. Luke gets away. I don't know what the problem is.
Okay.
Wait, that's episode 4.
Yeah.
Okay, the first one in this. Yes, episode
That's episode 4.
Chronologically.
Chronologically.
It's still called
Real,
episode 4.
real world
Episode
chronologically.
4.
It's still
Okay, what are you doing?
You could say the original Star Wars.
Okay.
Or Star Wars: A New Hope.
I
or
would wait
episode
for
4.
Sai
Those
to
are your
be
3 options.
ready.
The first 3 don't count. Episode 1, 2, 3 don't count.
Just do your thing.
Yes,
Okay, he'll catch
please
up.
do your thing.
I would wait for Sai to be let me know he's ready.
Cell check.
I'm
assuming.
Nah.
And I've taken some of the blood from the stab wound, and I've kind of smeared it across my face
21.
and a couple other places. And then I'm going to I specifically smear it across my face like scratch marks.
Okay.
I'm going to walk up. Let me in.
Oh, so you're walking up to the gate
I'm-
of the
Yeah.
And I'm sneaking alongside. Like kind of along
On the outs?
along the mountain, so that I can.
Okay.
So I'm kind of behind the main group, but can see Wick.
Who are you?
Look, there's a spell that backfired and I need in now. I have to see my boss. He said he was here.
Who's your boss?
You know who he is.
Roll deception.
Oh, damn it. I should have cast friends.
Choose it.
That's only an 8. Look, if you don't let me in, he's going to be pissed, and he's probably going to kill you. Do you want him to kill you?
He looks around. The other guards are just like, oh, okay. And
Size are here alone.
You were supposed to sneak in while I was talking to them.
that was never
not discussed.
communicated.
I said she was going to be the distraction. You thought the distraction might last longer. I walk in, I guess. Oh my god.
At what point did Valtron and I turn around and be like,
Well, let me in too. Shit. But work once. Oh god. Does the natural 20 hit? Oh god.
Once you get inside, you see the Wraithbanes and the Lizard Folk camped out on either side. The Lizard Folk look at you and walk up to you. Who are you? What do you want?
In Draconic, I'd say, I'm here to see our boss. I have a spell that backfired and I need to see him.
Do one more.
Come on, Snitch. 19!
Nat 20.
or nat 1?
Literally 2 nat 1s in a row.
Yes!
I'm not even like kidding. This is a
Hurry,
nat 1.
I'm gonna sneak in while his dice hit it.
Yeah, sneak in while... Yeah, you're the one where it would break.
Where is he?
He's in the center of town.
And I would start walking towards the center of town. What am I doing?
Okay. Then they go back to their post.
Do we see an angry, bloody Wick walk by? Like,
Oh, what did you guys do once you got past?
I'd say we'd probably start walking towards the center of town, and then
yeah, we're scoping things out as much as possible,
Okay.
looking around. So we'd probably notice Wick at some point.
Yeah, you at one point you'd look back and see Wick walking in bloody and just walking by herself.
Walking in very confidently. Because that is the secret to this. You just be confident about it.
I probably actually heard the whole thing happen, and I'm just keeping going straight.
Can't believe you're abandoning Wick like that, Valchar.
Is there anybody around us right now?
Friends.
Okay. What are you doing before we jump into interior?
I'm hanging out, twiddling my thumbs.
Oh my god.
I'm looking. What I'm doing is I'm looking something up to see. It's because it says that I can climb at full speed and jump my dex mod further. I'm wondering if that means that I still need to take an acrobatics check in order to be able to do that climbing.
If you have a climb speed, you can just climb unless it's particularly difficult.
I'm trying to climb like over the.
Because yeah, there's a wall inside the.
It's like cave inside. Like you're in the mountain.
Yeah.
Try to spider pig in.
Spider pig.
Maybe.
Spider side does whatever a spider does.
Does whatever the hell I want. let's be honest.
It's like this really bad edited song. Spider, sigh. Spider, sigh. Does whatever the hell I want.
That sounds about right.
Literally everyone got in that, except for the person I thought would for sure get in easily.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
That tracks.
once you guys get inside, you go in a little bit. You look to your left where the True Swords entrance is, and you see that there are probably about 30 dwarves working at. They don't really. There are a few Wraithbanes and a few Heavyfoot, but mostly just looks like it's grunt labor over there, like hacking down the rocks and pulling them out and trying to break it down so they can get into the entrance.
I'm taking note of all this to tell Sai Whenever we see him again. If we see him again.
Yeah.
To the right.
I'm gonna die trying to get in, just so everyone's aware.
To the right, you guys see an open gate. Every once in a while, people go in and out. Patrolling pretty much the perimeter every like 5-ish minutes is like a patrol of like 5 to 8 soldiers, kind of patrolling the city in some different patterns.
But it looks like at least at the front of the gate, it's pretty secured by Wraithbane.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the 10 guards that are like visible, and then to the sides it's like another like 30 in total. Just kind of hanging out with lizard folk and Wraithbane, just kind of camped out of sight. So things look normal if other people come.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say we'd walk more towards middle of town and then maybe just nonchalantly take a sweep around.
Okay. You guys hear like a few like bashes right in a row, like really loud, like hard stone on metal, like that kind of echo throughout, coming from the rightish direction. But yeah, you guys travel. So you're gonna make a loop around, or
Quick question.
Yeah.
So in this map, where's the arena?
the arena's in the middle.
In the
of
middle?
the town. Yeah.
So like,
City. Town's out
Sorry.
there.
so in terms of the dead center, so like you have the halls, the market, and then
The market is like
arena?
the northern section,
Okay.
and it goes like to where the arena is.
Okay.
So it's like the market,
like-
and then the arena, and then the outside.
When
is,
we're hearing like center of the city and like all that,
that's the arena.
that's the arena.
Yeah, that's
So
what
the
you
fighting is still going on in the arena, or
No,
that's
to the
where.
right of
Okay.
where you guys are.
So towards like the steel hides and the true swords and.
Other way
Two
around.
sides
Sorry,
to
my
the
map got drawn backwards, which I know, but you're looking. Yeah. So
Sorry.
it would be towards like the Wraithbanes and the Bronze Mauls and the Strong Braids.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. Correct.
Thank you.
You just gotta flip my map over. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that.
I guess we'd probably head to all the racket.
Okay.
I'm heading towards the arena.
Okay.
That's a very good question.
Still waiting, thinking.
Take a nap.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the guard for a while and kind of find out what I learn about like how often do people try to get in, how often do they have to turn people away, how often do they change the guard, stuff like that.
Okay. So you're just gonna chill there for the next
Until I
couple
get the
hours?
information that I need.
Okay, that'll be a couple hours.
Let's say 1 hour. I'll chill there.
Sure.
And find out what I can.
Okay.
I'm not that patient.
We know.
Wink.
We know.
Wink.
And we have to re-up in an hour.
Yes, we do. We have to find a place to re-up.
Okay. So you guys, sorry, I forgot. You're heading to the center. You guys are heading, to the racket.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go to the right. You pass where the heavy foot is free going. You can walk in and out. The Wraithbanes. There's a little bit denser Wraithbanes. It's like they've kind of almost started building outside of their little fortress. They're putting up stands and for like feeding and whatever, all sorts of stuff. They're kind of spilling out.
Seeing some of the other clan buildings as we are walking by them, do they look like they've been destroyed, or
You've only seen the Heavyfoot and the
Yeah.
Wraithbanes
We're about to get
and
to
the
Bronze
True
Mauls.
yeah?
Swords.
Because I would assume we're not just going to cut right across; we just make a loop around.
Yep. So the first ones you see are the True Swords to your left, and then
Yep.
as you're heading to the right, you see the Heavyfoot, the Wraithbanes, and then you get to the Bronze Mauls, and you see this is where most of the commotion is coming from, as their gate is down, and they have a huge battering ram that a lot of dwarves are pulling back and then smashing it into the gate, and there's lots of commotion, and it's basically just they're trying to siege the.
And they have an
Entrance.
outer gate and then the actual clan door, or is it the same thing?
For this, it's the same. From
Okay.
what you can see, if you want to get closer and inspect like further, but it's like surrounded by like a sieging force.
Okay. All right, that is good to note.
You would well, depends on how close and how much you want to inspect.
I don't want to get too terribly close and cause attention.
Okay.
Is essentially
And
the whole time in here.
I'm like not talking, so
Yeah.
I'm just kind of following your lead.
Okay.
I've thought of something to do whenever you get to me, so take your time.
Are you in it after your hour, or are you waiting your hour?
I'd probably not wait the hour.
Okay, then we'll go to you then next. So you wait like 5 minutes, and then...
Yep, and I'm like, man, I'm not learning anything. This sucks. I'm going to start climbing up the mountain and trying to look for any other ways to get in.
How did we ever let this dude into our group? It's a mystery.
Okay, just explain to me
My freakishly good charm.
explain to me your intention with what you're doing. What are you looking for? What are you trying to do?
I'm looking for any, like utility hatches or... mostly looking for like any windows or something that lets sunlight down into the thing. I'm trying to find out whether it's open at the top or not. I'm trying to look for...
Are you summiting this mountain?
I'm trying to.
Okay. Take your time. We're going quick.
I'm taking my time. I got nothing else to do.
Do you still get reception up there?
Oh, wait.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You might actually get better reception.
The queen doesn't want to talk to me though, so...
I should put
Not gonna help.
this down.
You would be able to... you'd be able to find a few, like, vents for, like, cooking and fires and such over the main gate.
Okay.
Pretty large. It seems like a lot of things funnel into here.
Yeah.
Lots of smoke coming out of it.
Lots of smoke.
Yes.
Please become
No fire, though?
Well, I mean...
Where there's
No.
smoke, there's usually fire.
You can't,
Usually,
you can't
unless you're smoking
see anything.
meats.
There's a fire somewhere. It's just not.
I'm going to hold the my cloak against my mouth and just like kind of start climbing down. And then if I get to the point where I feel like I'm not getting anywhere, I'm gonna crawl back up. You know, I'm testing the territory.
It's gonna be a little bit of a slick. You're gonna have to do kind of the grabbing onto the sides.
If I fall, I fall. Then I mean, you know, we.
Okay,
you
I'm just trying to
take it as
explain
it
before
is.
you
Yeah.
just like I'm gonna. It's not. This is something you would get there and be able to see.
It's not like a whoop,
Right.
and then I just like fall down.
Right.
He's giving you
Right.
information. Let him
Okay.
give it to you.
If that's what you wanted, so it's kind of thickly coated with ash all over, but it would be, you could find a way between the two sides to kind of
Shimmy down.
shimmy down.
Okay, now that I know that, after kind of testing the water, I'm just gonna go all in and just
Drop.
Down I go.
Are you like sliding?
Yeah, why not? It's
It's
gonna
like
get me down
a
there
vertical,
fastest. It is vertical.
vertical here.
God, he's gonna get himself killed going in through the freaking chimney of this mountain.
I can jump really
You're gonna
far.
sneak in.
If that helps.
What'd you say?
Hey, I'm not gonna be left out here while all my friends are in there and I don't know what's going on. So if I die, I die.
Okay, so you just going for it.
Just gung ho.
Okay, how
He's
are
like
you?
a garbage.
How are you
Krampus.
gung hoing? There is a kind of a square. I mean, it's not exactly square, but rectangle-ish opening.
I'm trying to keep the like drag on my body, basically trying to keep myself as narrow as possible, and just down I go.
Okay.
Santa!
It's really festive if you think about it.
You're like skeletoning down, or luge. Actually,
I mean,
luge's feet first.
Spooky
and
skeleton.
skeleton's
Oh,
head
yeah,
Early
first.
skeleton's
Christmas is
Skeleton's head
next
versus
week.
luging. Yeah.
This is our Christmas episode.
Yeah. So we're going back.
We already had it. It was last week.
No, it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
And you weren't there for it.
Seasonally appropriate.
Jerk, how do you feel?
I feel happy. I was in Miami.
Yeah, I feel jealous.
No
That's fair.
regrets over there.
All right. Switching over to Wick for a second.
Oh God!
While you
whiplash.
think about how to kill me.
Yeah, I gotta think about what happens.
Can I land in
I'm
a ninja crouch when I get to the bottom? Is that
heading-
an option? Superhero landing.
And splat. Superhero landing splat. Sorry.
I am heading towards the arena.
Heading towards where they cook the food to find my body.
So you would see kind of the same things that these two saw in this area.
Sure. I'm still heading towards the arena I'm trying to be as stealthy as possible, and if it's been less than an hour, I don't have my disadvantage.
So you're stealthing, you're not...
I'm not stealthing necessarily, but I am trying to...
Excuse me.
You're using what I taught you in Ilion to get lost in a crowd.
Yes.
Yeah. Nailed it.
There aren't really crowds here. It's pretty...
But I'm also, like, looking like I belong, and, like...
There's crowds of 8 to 10 people every
I'm trying
month.
my best to not look out of place.
Okay.
Or, like, I shouldn't be here.
I feel like that's something charisma, like deception.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a deception. All right, give me a deception for the way that you're walking.
Deception.
Athletics, then.
That's an 11.
Okay. So you're walking...
Advantage for shortness?
You're walking towards the center, towards the arena.
Yes, I'm heading for the arena.
Okay, so you see a few patrols as you're going. A few of them kind of... I'm rolling the exact same numbers. Oh, no, that's...
Are they ones?
One of the patrols sees you and comes up to you. A Wraithbane goes, "Who are you?"
That's not important. I'm here to talk to my boss.
Who's your boss?
Seriously? It's like you people don't pay attention here. Look, I know I'm trapped in some stupid spell right now. It backfired. Trying to get information from the True Sword, but no. Now I'm stuck looking like this stupid little gnome. Do you know how infuriating this is?
Alright, let's go deception.
Yeah.
Be honest, how infuriating is it being stuck as a gnome?
16.
Alright. They head out.
I hope I get that reaction falling down the street.
You know how infuriating it is falling 170 feet?
You know how infuriating it is having a rogue that's trying to kill himself?
Santa! What are you doing here?
Dying.
Alright, so you make it towards the arena, and you see that there's guards definitely posted on all the entrances, and they're definitely Wraithbane, and they look mean, so...
They look mean.
They
look like bullies that threw the dodgeball at me when I was a kid.
Shut me in a locker.
Wick steps aside for a moment to, like, where nobody can see her, and does a quick little, like, hey, if you're watching, I'm just trying to do what you always want me to do best, which is, you know, take down dictators and evil people, so please don't let me fail this time.
Can I ask what your...
She's praying to her deity, who is...
The warlock deity?
No, her dragon. The one that her
Okay.
family, or she worships from living in the Dragonborn city. Because she knows that her... Hildar does not like tyrants, so she's kind of like, okay, you like good stories and you like tyrants, or you don't like tyrants, so let's, you know, please have my back on this one.
Okay.
I don't think she would think to write to her deity, and then to her patron. And she would walk up and be like, I need to see him. Is he here?
Who are you?
Seriously? You people! Does it matter who I am when I'm trying to see my boss?
Who are you here to see?
God, it's like you people don't know anything. I'm just here to see the person who is trying to help you win.
Who's that?
Fuck.
Bluff call.
Kicking the balls, run away.
Please headbutt.
In the balls.
That's the one that only works. Or that's the only one
the headbutt's the one that works. I think Wick just would kind of deadpan look at him and be like, look, you want to be eaten by a dragon? I don't want to be eaten by a dragon. Let me in.
Give me a deception.
I mean, I don't want to be eaten by a dragon.
If you keep deceiving over and over and over, I'm going to check you.
8. I don't want to be eaten by a dragon, though. That's not a lie.
Not really deception, then.
Alright, fine. You make some motion, and 2 guards go to each side of you, and they're like, alright. They'll keep you company.
Okay. Just
Why did you go straight to the dragon?
I'm very confident in this.
TPK.
I don't know what you guys are.
You might have 2 this session. I'm falling to my death
Well,
and
no,
you're eating my
TPK
dragon.
is total party kill. We all die.
So far, Valtron and I are
Yeah, we're good.
All
I mean,
right.
to be fair, I haven't taken.
Let's be honest, anytime you and Valchar are together, one of you is gonna die. Like,
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Bingo.
This is that fateful pairing.
Yep. And it's also the fateful pairing that I have to do all the talking. You are just there.
All right, Sai. So you're falling.
yeah?
You
On purpose?
My
that in
performance
mind.
is excellent.
You hit
though.
so straight, and then it hits, and it starts to kind of curve down back into the town, and you just hit, and you start to tumble down and roll. You are going to take.
All these dice and damage.
What is
Max
it?
is out at 10.
10 dice.
10d6.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you meant 10, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine.
No.
No,
Max
10d6.
is 10d6. For 100 feet plus.
The tumbling would make me go slower, wouldn't it?
You're not tumbling.
Maybe an
though.
acrobatics check, but...
Then you might break your neck.
I'm not giving him acrobatic check in a bunch of smoke. You can't see it coming.
Is there a
It's
fall
going to
check?
be like a.
There's no ball check?
It's just going to be blind.
Alright. Performance? This would be fun.
19 points of damage.
Oh.
That could
Wow,
have
you
been
got
worse.
real lucky.
Can I have that? Because I see it coming.
I didn't roll a full d10 because he's not hitting the. He's not smacking down. He's hitting the side, and then he's going to continue rolling.
That's less good.
You take. We'll do that later. But,
Right to the foot of a dragon.
so you're tumbling down and you're breathing in smoke because you just.
I said my cloak was over my face. If that makes a difference.
So you're breathing.
You
Give-
can roll
give me
dexterity
a
to see if he
constitution
keeps it.
check.
Filtered smoke.
Give
Thank
me a
you.
constitution check.
Save or check?
6.
Oh.
Yeah, save, but
Oh, it's a save? 6.
you are going to end up taking 9 points of damage for inhaling a bunch of smoke and,
Yeah.
and such.
For
And
melting your lungs.
minor
I don't remember
burns. Then you're going to be tumbling down, and then you're going to fall out of. Give me a dexterity save at disadvantage because of the whole ordeal.
Save?
Yes.
$12.
Okay, you just make it. I'll give you.
Superhero landing? Is that not what you were talking about?
No.
Okay, my bad. Sorry,
I'll give you half damage on this though. So 11 points,
So half is 5.
half down to 5. You're tumbling,
As I land in front of a dragon. Well, okay, it was fun.
fall out, hit yourself on just like a bar, and then you hit into a fire, but
At
you're
least didn't say we're
dexterous enough to
basically
roll
gods
out
on
of
the
it
way down.
Well, that's
and
good.
and be on the
At least
ground.
they were like level like
panting,
15 at
extremely
that
tired.
point.
That was 1,000 foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You catch my breath while I look around.
Okay. I gotta remember where we were. Okay. You look around and you see that there's a whole lot of. You're basically in like a large makeshift kitchen right now.
I'm so sad you didn't land in a toilet.
I'm sad you didn't land at the fire.
Can we just all be happy I didn't die? Like this was stupid and everybody knows that, right? Like,
For those
I'm an
playing-
idiot in game. I'm not an idiot out
How
of
much
game.
HP did you lose from that?
33.
And that's after having some of
After having the last third.
it.
You land and you see that there are like 3 or 4 like cooks that are just like frozen in place staring at you.
I'm gonna be like not my own voice because I inhaled a bunch of smoke. I'm assuming I've lost part of my voice. Like what clan is this?
They look at each other. Wraith Banes?
Okay, good. Alright, can you point me to the exit? I gotta see somebody.
Give me a deception.
Well, I mean, he does need to see somebody. A qualified therapist.
Keep in mind they are cooks.
They just run out of the room.
Oh, okay. I'm going to, do I see any, like, cook, like,
Implements?
like hats or aprons or anything around? Seriously.
Oh my god.
We're doing Hitman now.
Aren't the Wraith Banes like all dwarves?
No.
Oh god.
I thought they were.
What are you doing to me,
like
bud?
all dwarves.
Making your job difficult and fun.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I don't think so recently.
Oh. There. Jeez, there. You don't see anything like that.
I don't.
Not here.
None of them managed to like lose their hat as they ran out of the room, or like take off their.
As they
What about their beard nets? Are there any random beard nets laying around?
as they start running,
Does
can I
Zach
grab
have
one
a
of them?
beard? I didn't think so.
All right. For
can
this,
use it
for
for
that, give me a straight dexterity. Let's see what your awareness is.
Like dexterity save or just like
Just
straight
dex
dex?
check.
6.
You're gonna try, but he's scared of you. He's just booking it out.
Okay. I'm gonna look for other exits.
Okay. God. All right.
We're combining Metal Gear with Hitman. Like Metal Gear,
If you want to take a break to map out the Wraithbane,
Hitman.
Yeah,
Please.
if you want to take a 5-minute break and
You
I
can go to us.
and we can
Yeah. We'll go to you guys.
Figure out what
How
to
long
do
has
with
it been since
Knucklehead.
we've walked in?
I mean, all the kids since I've been in.
Whereabouts are you guys now? Did you
we
stop
just
or did
passed
you
the
keep?
bronze malls and probably kept walking. But basically,
Probably
once we get close to an hour, we're gonna need to find a place to stop
in about
and recast.
25 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so we're
Yeah,
good for a little bit.
Just keep in mind, once we get close to an hour, we'll have
Okay.
to re-up our
So
stuff.
you guys make it to like if you're like taking your time, like looping half the city would be about dodging stuff and
Okay.
around.
So, alright, so then we would next pass the strong braids.
Yep. Let's go check them out.
Okay. So as you guys get closer to the strong braids, you see that their gate has been like cracked open, and that you can hear fighting inside, and there's a good amount of wraithbanes and other things kind of pushing in, and you're seeing the tail end of the last of the wraithbane fighters outside, like just kind of waiting their turn.
Just keep walking.
Okay.
Yeah, your situation's so hard.
So you just have to make rolls. I have to be
My last rolls have been
strategic
a,
in this.
a 3, a 5, and a 6.
Yeah, you've rolled pretty much garbage. So next up is the market district that we're passing through.
Okay. You will mostly just see going through I'll say about the entire market district. You're going to be getting close to your hour. Going through it, you're just going to see kind of scattered a few posts of where there are like soldiers and whatever, and then a few more patrols going all around.
Okay, so grand total soldiers, there aren't as many around the market district as there were around the main entrance.
Are you guys
When
are you going up to
the
the
people
gate
inside.
of the market, or I'm just talking about like the interior? The interior of the town is mostly vacant. There's not a lot of activity except for the patrols and like a few like stations where they kind of have like a decent number of soldiers.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, majority of the town is empty.
Okay. Alright.
City.
So the next stronghold up is the Shadow Cloaks. But you said we're close to our hour.
Yeah, you're getting
So if
definitely
there's
close to your hour now.
is there anybody around us at the moment? Like anyone within earshot?
If you earshot, no, you can
Okay.
be quiet.
I'm gonna whisper to you, but I'm gonna like kind of hiss as I do it, so it maybe sounds like draconic. And say, perhaps spells near Shadow Cloak Warehouse.
Yep, it said that way.
Okay. You guys make your
A
way.
little quicker.
You can kind of find. You can just take your time, find a space where you can recast if that's what you're wanting to do. Are you doing the exact same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It's been working really well so far.
All right, Wick. What's up? You have 2 Wraithbanes with you. You're walking into the arena area. There's a lot of destruction, and as you're walking, you're in blood.
Yeah, Wick's trying not to think too heavily about that. Do I see any bodies, or has it been cleared out?
It's in the process. There's not very many assigned to this. There's kind of like a few piles of bodies in the room.
Okay.
But there's still plenty of scattered bodies around.
I'm keeping an eye out for the True Sword King.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye out for anybody else I would know.
Okay, give me a perception.
9.
You definitely see a decent number of true swords.
But I'm specifically
no
as
one
in
of
our
note.
shadow cloaks that we've worked with.
You see a few
Gary.
shadow cloaks. You basically see a few of a decent number of all the clans that are not those two.
But not specifically anyone I know.
Not anyone you know right now.
Okay. Okay. Wick's gonna stop suddenly and turn to the guard on her left. Did you hear that?
What? No.
No. Something was back there. I heard something back there.
What?
Bravery chain's gonna run out.
I don't know. A noise. Can you go check it out? I don't know. Maybe one of those bodies isn't dead.
Give me a deception.
Maybe one of those bodies isn't dead.
Oh, did it end?
That's 7. I have a +4 to deception, guys. It only works if I roll high.
I didn't hear anything. We can go check it out, though. Come on.
How come Wicks always work?
He wants me to go with him?
Yeah. All right, fine. Show me what you heard.
Okay. Stay here. We'll be right back. I'd say to the guard on my right.
That's right, you're being escorted. Forgot about that.
We're just going a few feet back. You don't need to follow.
He stays by your side.
Okay. Apparently not that convincing.
Not this time.
Where's my... I need them to make a... God, I want to say it's wisdom.
So many of the best saves are wisdom.
Dex is a lot of them, too.
It's...
I need them to make a wisdom saving throw. The spell save DC is 12.
On both?
Uh-huh. Because they're staying around me. I'm doing this, damn it.
They both fail.
Great. They are now scared of me. I used my Fey presence to scare them. They are feared of me now.
Way to not draw attention.
All right.
It's only a 10-foot cube.
To be fair, you are supposed to be a mysterious spellcaster.
Sure.
Who works for a dragon. This is not out of character for
No,
that.
it's totally...
it's actually a pretty good alibi for this.
So,
for once.
they are frightened of me.
She's crazy. And they just kind of run off.
Crazy. Fine.
I mean... the shoe fits, kid.
Okay, great. Knowing that works and having not seen anybody I'm looking for, I'm gonna turn around and start heading back out.
Okay. So you're heading back to the same
Is there a different exit?
Yeah, there are
How
multiple.
many exits are there?
Yes. How many exits are
This is
there?
the arena. There are multiple exits all the way around. It is there's like
It's the convergence of the entire town, basically.
it really is. So there's basically an entrance from like it's not like completely open,
Okay.
but it's.
So, like,
I'm going
Target
to go out
Center.
the exit.
I
That
think
gets
there would
me-
be one for each clan. So there would be
I'm going out the one that
In
would
the
lead me
market.
closest to the true swords.
8.
Are there clear signs?
That would be the one you came in.
Then I'm not going out that one.
Yeah.
And I will go out the one that is closest to the Wraith Veins?
That would be one over from the one you came in.
No, that's still too close. Okay, fine. Can I see the map?
You need to pick like the strong grades.
If
or
you want to
shadow
go,
cloaks.
the northern is the
Yeah.
market, or
Strong
I'll go
grades,
out the
shadow
market.
cloaks.
Yeah, I'll go out
Okay.
the market.
So you just kind of like go in and you see, there are a lot of. You see a lot of Wraithbanes who are like on the upper levels and kind of going all around. You get a lot of looks with your. She's crazy, but then like. They're just like, okay, whatever, and they go back to whatever they were doing.
Okay. I'm walking out.
Okay. They as you're leaving, they're not too concerned with you leaving, and not a. They give you a little bit of a look.
I'm trying to walk confidently and apparently scary, crazily.
All right, give me a
A couple
deception. then.
twitches just.
17.
Okay, they look at you a little bit longer, and you're just like. You kind of glare back at them, and they just like turn back and hold guard.
Okay.
Now you're in the market district.
I am going to. I'm gonna try and find my friends at this point. I have no idea what else to do. I'm terrified. Wick is terrified.
Okay.
You do have at least a distinct mark on you.
It's true. I have a
So-
big ol' like scar.
I look exactly like one of the people that we killed, so.
I'm also hoping if you guys see me, you might.
Okay. So as.
Have we heard any lizard folk speak common while we've been wandering around?
You guys have been avoiding people, and that's the assumption I've been making.
Yeah.
Is so you guys
When we
haven't been
first-
getting close.
When
and
we first walked in,
they
where there were
spoke
Wraithbanes,
Draconic too.
and they weren't speaking to the Wraithbanes directly at all.
No,
Okay.
it's like the
Okay.
Wraithbane just kind of stood there, and then the lizard folk
Okay,
came up
okay.
to you, because you guys are.
They kind of
lizard
dealt with
folk.
their own kind.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Just thought I'd check.
Okay. So as you guys are kind of reapplying your disguises, you're each grabbed by the neck, and you feel a dagger next to it. Both of you. Who are you?
Who are you?
I have the dagger to your throat. You better answer truthfully.
Thalgus? Is that you?
Who are you? And you both have one. The one holding Belcher is talking.
That depends on who's asking. Are you
He
clan?
pulls it closer on your neck.
Are you clan? If what clan?
I said, I'm asking the questions here.
Ugh, this
Drop.
really- this feels like Shadow Cloak.
Oh, and we're in their area right now, right?
You're in the Shadow Cloaks, but you're still in the market, but ish.
Touch my shoulder.
Hmm?
Because they'd know how to prove.
You have
what
your thing up. They're holding you, but it
Yep.
doesn't drop your illusion.
Right. But I could.
Your illusion
This-
would be a visual thing.
It would be a visual thing of it not having anything there. But if they.
He's trying to tell them to check what clan he is by touching his shoulder and have the symbol come out.
But you need to drop your illusion for that to show.
Okay, so it doesn't just like come through.
It's not. No, it wouldn't be like just like I figured that's kind of part of your magic. It changes who you are a little bit.
Good to know. Like that. Then Wraithbane stuff could have worked if I knew what their emblem was. Fine. I drop it.
Do you do anything or you stay?
I'm a true sword.
just gonna nod.
It gets pulled. I'm not cutting his throat. I'm pulling it away.
And
And then he pushes him a few feet forward, and you guys, and then same happens to you, and you see that it is definitely 2 Shadow Cloak members.
we cannot be seen like this. We need to get into
I
somewhere
didn't drop
to talk.
my disguise, but
I can't be seen like this.
Drop your disguise. Okay, you don't. He'll hold it until your throat. If you're, I thought you dropped it.
no.
If you're not dropping it, he's gonna keep holding it.
I'm the half elf from the True Swords. We can only cast this disguise so many times.
I don't
We
care.
know Thalgus.
Drop it.
We know Azanar. This is the only way we're getting through the city alive.
I don't care.
We can't be seen outside of our disguises, or we will be killed or taken
And
prisoner.
tell her to drop it.
How many times can you cast that still?
I can only cast it. I can cast it 4 more times. We have 4 more hours
Yep.
before we have to sleep.
So either this needs to, whatever this discussion is, has to happen really, really quick, or Anna cannot drop that spell. Otherwise, we will not be able to get out unless you have a back way out.
I don't care what happens. Tell your friend to drop it now, or we're gonna slit her throat here.
We better get a way out. Drop it.
Fine.
Okay. You drop it. They make the confirmation. You get pushed away.
Do the names Thalgus and Azanar mean nothing to you?
Yeah, of course we know who that is. How do we know you are who you are if you keep up illusions?
Apart from me vouching.
It's not good enough in times of war.
I get it.
You could be controlled. Why are you here in town? How long have you been here?
An hour.
About an hour and a half. Yeah, hour and a half.
To anybody who knows what they're doing, you stick out like a sore thumb.
Probably.
Yeah, we
So
came here
what
to
are you
find.
trying to do?
We came here to find out any and all information that's happening in the city. There's people who are outside the city trying to get their way back in.
Trying to take the city back.
Alright. Get low. Follow us.
I cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. Give me stealth checks.
Boy.
Let me see you get low.
Guess he
Get
doesn't
low,
have
get
spirit
low,
anymore.
get low.
This isn't
To the
what?
window.
Guess he doesn't have blessing, the blessing of the trickster.
To the mountain.
Because it's been over an hour.
Let's see,
Just
that's
hard blank of what I was doing.
22
Rolling.
plus 10.
Stealth.
Remember?
Yep.
28.
Oh, that's not too great. That's gonna be 21.
Okay.
It's not too great on the dice roll. Let me
Alright,
clarify.
so you guys,
Which would then extend to them as well.
they are incredibly difficult to see, but they make them, you guys make each other known, and are able to, they lead you down a path, stop a few times as a patrol goes by, continue on. They lead you a little bit towards where you know the Shadow Cloaks have a little area.
Should be the first time I've gone in.
Right. So you, let's go back to this
The
mess.
pain in my ass.
There is only one entrance to this room.
Are there any symbols that a thief would have posted to say anything about this area?
Looking for thieves' cant. There is not in the kitchen.
Okay, I'm gonna do like a quick look around and then a
They're
like
right
a sprint after the cooks.
Okay, so you run out and you see the cooks are just kind of like shouting, and you enter this other room. The first one is definitely a makeshift kitchen. This other one is like a makeshift like prep area. So you
Okay.
came out of like where there's lots of fires and there's
Yeah, yeah.
cooking, and you recognize that you're not in the Wraithbane. You're pretty sure you're not in one of the fortresses.
Okay.
You're in a neutral zone.
Yeah, like a communal area or
Right.
something like that. Okay.
You can tell it looks like kind of some shops were cleared out and made into
Yeah.
cooking to make extra food and everything.
Okay.
So they're running out the front door as you exit this room, which kind of looks like it was more of like a back office kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it had access to the ventilation,
Yeah.
and there's one door on your left, and then the door straight ahead,
Okay.
where they're all running out, kind of shouting.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to the door on my left,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna. So they're kind of in a panic, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna start stealthing at this point. Like,
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Ugh. Bad rolls continue.
15.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of open. I'm assuming there's a lever. There's
Yeah.
probably not. I don't know. But I'm gonna assume there's a lever, and I'm just gonna kind of peek out and look at my surroundings through that door. Kind of see what it leads into.
This kind of leads into an alleyway.
Okay.
Kind of probably uses like a back entrance and like for like goods and stuff to be brought in and put out on the show floor. So
That sounds good. I'm gonna go out there.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anybody in this area.
Is it dark back here?
Darker than you can see. It's definitely brighter out.
Because I am wearing all dark clothes and I am covered in soot on top of that, so I'm double dark. Hashtag double dark. I don't know why.
I don't want to know what's under that hashtag, man. Like, do not click that at work. I don't know what it is, but it sounds bad.
It's D&D rugs, obviously. So I'm gonna kind of start sneaking down that kind of alley.
So you're going away from where it's lighter.
I'm going away from where it's lighter and where it's darker.
Cool. So you kind of get back there. There's not really much going on back here. It's pretty empty.
Okay.
It's like a few alleyways that kind of connect to where like they would bring like a wagon in and then kind of unload it.
And just so you know, I'm going to keep assuming that I'm stealthing. If you want me to re-roll a stealth check after a certain amount of time, let me know.
Okay.
So yeah, like I said, I'm going to keep going until there's like a branch off or something that would tell me not to keep going. But I am going to be like right up against the wall, and I'm going to be going, like, what's his name in
Emperor's
New Groove?
Kronk.
Oh. Yeah.
I feel like Kronk has a second career in like those Japanese game shows where they have to jump into
Oh,
a
for sure.
position
Yeah.
to get through the thing.
Hole in the wall?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep going I'm gonna will myself to be as stealthy as possible.
So after a few minutes, you start to hear kind of the
And no
occasional
point
like
does it climb on a roof.
clank as like something's being hammered or pickaxed on.
Okay.
Up ahead.
I'm gonna keep going until I can get sight of what all the clanging is.
Okay. So you walk out and you kind of see that there's a few guards kind of lazily just chilling, not really paying a lot of attention, and then some workers digging, trying to like break down some rocks that have fallen, and you're able to kind of recognize that this could very well be the True Sword entrance.
And they're standard guards outside?
Wraithbane
guards?
Yeah.
Okay. So the guards are being lazy. Like, which way do I notice that they're looking? They're not looking down the alley.
They're kind of like playing cards
dice?
and like just relaxing and eating food, and I mean they're paying attention but not a lot.
Yeah. And there isn't enough space in the place that they've been clearing to get through?
Not from here.
Okay.
I mean, you could try it.
And is there like I'm going like this way? Is it? Am I crossing this path that leads to the True Sword?
Yeah, so you're kind of coming out, and it kind of juts out a little bit, and then it opens up into like the main area, and you just know like right as the left wall kind of leads down a little bit, and then in, and that's the True Sword entrance. And then there are workers, and then Wraithbane guards, and so you have like some space here if you want to work with it, or I mean you could try to walk through the guards.
And it's still kind of dark in this area too.
It's lighting. It's getting brighter, as bright as the underground normally is.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to sneak past, and like basically keep going in the same direction because.
All right, so you're gonna go. So you're coming out into and you're gonna go.
Yeah, I'm assuming like if the guards are playing cards over here and the people are digging, I'm gonna kind of go either like between them or try to find the most obvious route that somebody would try to sneak through.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
All right. The guards aren't paying attention, and the workers are just focusing on their work, and you're able to kind of glide through real quick.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of based on. Do I have a kind of natural sense about kind of which direction I'm going based on like the true swords being here, the kitchen being here. I'm assuming I've been in this area for a while.
Yeah,
Would I know like towards which clan I'm going?
You know you're going towards the Steelhides, and then after that are the Shadow Cloaks.
With Steelhides friendly.
Yes,
They're
they're the ones we
who
have
joined us.
allies from right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of keep going in that direction towards the Steelhides.
Okay. So you go for, I'm assuming you're being stealthy and such.
I'm being stealthy still, yeah.
So about 10-15 minutes of kind of between the box, because you see there are plenty of patrols. Should probably roll them. Okay. You see that there are plenty of patrols that are walking by, but you're able to kind of dodge and weave and go. And then you see when you get to the Steelhides that there's multiple, like they definitely have like a barricade around the entrance.
Yeah.
The gate is still intact.
Okay.
And they're just kind of enclosed, and they're just stationary outside of it. Like think of similar to the blockade for the entrance from the path from Tremdor.
Wraithbanes have a blockade outside?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they didn't. You'll have to remind me. They didn't give us anything to try to communicate with the Steelhides when we took some of the people, right?
Not a specific.
Not
They
that we
didn't give
know
us. Okay.
Yeah, not like a specific code word or something.
Yeah. Okay. That's mostly what I want to make
The only
sure.
thing
How far away is the barricade from the door, and in between there, where am I? Like, where does the?
Well, you're coming up to the edge, so it's going to be like the barricade is just kind of going all the way around the door, and then
To my
the
right?
door. Well, in front of you, and then out to the right and back. So it's probably like enough so people aren't going to be shooting arrows from inside the gate accurately, because they kind of built up some barricades to like sit behind. So probably like 50 feet or so
to the gate.
from the gate to each point, like a 50-foot radius, a half circle around.
Okay. And there doesn't seem, and they're like watching this area, so there's no like clear way to kind of try to sneak through, right?
They're similar-ish to the guards guarding the true swords. They're paying attention, kind of.
Okay.
Their main duty is, you're able to discern their main duty is keeping these people in and making sure nothing happens. And if they do something, to fight it. And other than that.
So, sorry, this is a little bit confusing just because obviously I'm not looking at this, my character is. So it's like 50 feet around from my point to where the points are in the barricade, right?
Okay, hold on. I'm just going to draw it out real quick,
yeah.
and I'll show the... And this is the wall. And then... Someone stalled for me.
D&D, yeah.
You can too.
All right, this is what you're looking at. I'll show you guys in a second. So this is the barricade. That's the gate. This is where you are. This is where the true swords are.
Oh goodness.
Good.
Yes.
All right, so let's see the horrible drawing. I'm not known for my drawing by any means.
That looks
make
like
sure it works.
Barracuda.
So this is the barricade, because apparently I'm not explaining it very well. Then the wall to the outside, and here's the gate to go into I think I said the true swords. Strong.
It's the Steelhides.
Steelhides, thank you.
Got you.
And then here is Sai, and this is where the true swords are. So he's kind of sneaking up along this side.
Wick, could you make him one of the little reminders, and him and me, for all the names of the different groups and their allegiances?
I just gotta be looking at my notes. It's complicated.
Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot going
This is
on.
what happens when you build an entire city with a
I
bunch
know.
of different clans.
And then have 3 separate groups.
yeah,
of the
sneaking
party.
through it
Right.
at different times.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go like halfway between where unless you want to skip to somebody else.
If you know what you're doing,
I'm about done with
Okay.
my active participation. I'm gonna go halfway between where the Steelhides are and back where I saw that they were trying to dig into the true swords.
Okay.
And then I'm going to see if I can activate the rock to the queen.
Okay. Oh, this has been a good amount of time. You guys went all the way up and then came all the way back.
It had been an hour and a half to the point that they met up with the Shadow Cloaks.
Yes,
Yep.
Sai.
How did the battle go?
It's fine. We're mobilizing to move onto the city. How is it going for you?
Well,
Are you in?
I'm in the city. Yeah, we're all in actually. All four of us.
Oh, great.
We kind of got split up. Obviously, we can't go in as a whole group. So
Why not?
because every single entrance was guarded. We went through the best entrance that we had, and
Okay, your methods are your methods. What can you tell me?
so what I can tell you is that they're still barricaded. The True Swords, where we broke down the entrance, they're digging to get into the True Swords area.
Okay, that's to be expected. That's why we have to move quickly.
Right. Now the Strong Hides.
Steel hides.
The steel hides.
Oh my God, I'm gonna
you know,
make this
they're
sign.
kind of, for lack of a better word, leaving them alone. They have a barricade around the entrance, but they're not really trying to get in. They're mostly trying to keep them from getting out. So I'm not really sure what their tactics are, but the problem is that I'm in this access shipping tunnel in between them, and the only way back is the way back that I came into, which I made kind of a racket coming in.
It sounds like I don't want to hear what that was all about.
We'll tell you about it some other time.
Okay.
But
Can you get word to the steel hides of when to attack?
it'd be risky, but yes.
Okay, do that. Tell them to be ready. Make sure that they are good to attack when we do. We want to have all forces attack at once.
When should I tell them? I'm not going to be able to contact them through like multiple times,
Well,
unless you know of a way to access where the steel hides are.
mobilize get the message to them to mobilize now, and we will, when we get closer to begin the siege, then we will have you go tell them again to attack.
I hate to say this, but I'm not exactly in the best condition. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to contact them again.
Okay, well then tell them if they hear fighting or get any word or hint to begin the assault, and that they have the True Swords supporting them, and that their clansmen have gone out to their
towns,
to their villages and towns, and that they have mobilized and they are marching with us.
Are there any other clans that you've gotten word from?
We've had a few Bronze Moles and Strong Braids towns and villages. They have had word and they are joining us in our assault, but it's not as many as we would like, and we don't. They're still mobilizing. They haven't as much time as us.
Okay. All right. I will. I'll try to get them word.
Be safe.
All right. Thank you. Can I help you?
No, because we're not there.
You're not there. Can't tell you what you need to know.
Here, have your note.
All right. Think about what you want. You two.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, you two. All right. So you guys get pulled into.
Oh, the Wraithbanes are our enemies?
Yes.
You guys get pulled into the Shadow Cloaks area, and you walk in, and Thalgus is there. Oh, well.
So you made it out.
Good to see you.
Good to see you alive. Thanks for saving our bacon earlier.
No problem. I'm here for the city and dwarves in general, and this is...
It's a mess.
Well, what news? Anything I need to know?
There is an army that is being brought together in Tremdor.
Led by the Queen of the True Swords.
Right now, it's mostly True Swords through there. We have some Steel Hides that have joined up with us that they could at least give. The rest of them seem to be barricaded.
Locked away.
Well, everyone's under siege here.
Yep.
The Wraithbanes are picking off the clans one by one with superior forces. It's slow because of the tight quarters, but they're overwhelming, and there's not much we can do without some sort of reinforcement or something.
We've already sent word out to all of the surrounding villages that are not Wraithbane, obviously, or Heavyfoot.
I don't know how much success we haven't. Sai has the contact with the queen.
Sai's in town.
We all kind of are.
Well,
you don't know about
to be
Sai.
fair, I don't know about Sai. Wick we know. Wick is somewhere.
Not to put words in your mouth, but you could probably assume that I'm not just going to sit outside.
I would not.
What do you mean somewhere?
Well, okay, so the plan was for Belchar and I to come in our disguises and scope things out and come back with information. As soon as we made it in, Wick, and we're pretending to be lizard folks, obviously we didn't talk to her, but she just marched on in and went straight towards the center of town, and we haven't seen her since. But she's not in costume. She threw blood all over her face.
A little gnome is walking around.
She bluffed her way in. Which is admittedly impressive, but terrifying. So if you see her, maybe you should grab her too.
Where is she? Her luck will run out. You can't.
Last we saw her, she was heading towards the center, the
arena.
We are not going anywhere near the arena.
She was bluffing about seeing her boss.
Or was I?
Wait, were you saying that in Draconic or in Common?
I can't
remember.
One you would have heard would have been in Draconic.
Oh, then I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
She somehow talked her way in. Did you understand what she was saying?
She said that she was trying to see her boss.
And so when she gets to the center and doesn't have a boss?
Well,
that's a really good question.
Okay, well.
We didn't think
that's nothing that I can...
I would not be surprised if Sai at some point also got inspired, but I haven't seen him.
I'd like to say inspired and inspiring.
Regardless, we're trying to find as much information as we can, along with how many allies we have in the city.
And trying to report back to the Queen so that we can have an assault, a coordinated assault.
That's what we need.
Exactly.
Right.
But we need everyone to be on the same page, interior as well as exterior.
Now, here's the next question, and I understand it's going to be giving away some trade secrets. Secrets. Do you know of any of these other hidden tunnels so that we're not just assaulting 3 entrances?
Huge barricades.
Well, we know of a few small entrances and exits that we use.
In order to take back the town, I believe we need to get as many people as we can assaulting from as many different angles as we can.
Particularly from the inside where they're not expecting it. Getting those steel hides out, getting those... Let's see, the bronze moles. We haven't seen the...
You haven't seen the steel hides. Only
okay.
Sai.
But that was vetted then.
We do know that they were barricaded in, though. Getting steel hides or strong braids out.
So we've got bronze balls are currently being sieged. Wraithbanes are expanding. There's really no fighting in the middle of the...
strong braids are broken into and are fighting, right?
The strong braids are fading fast. They're not going to last more than a few hours until their entire clan is wiped.
Yep.
The bronze malls are being sieged. I know all of what's happening in the town. The bronze malls their gate is not going to last much longer.
It didn't seem like it when we walked by them.
And their fight will begin. Steel hides are completely barricaded in. The moment they step out, they'll be arrowed down. They're at a stalemate.
So what we need, what it sounds like, is we need a force coming through some of these...
To liberate the steel hides and the...
We need something to break.
Bronze malls.
Get some people in through some of these hidden tunnels, make sure that no one sees them coming in, and then we can start taking out these forces that are surrounding the steel hides then.
If we had 2 more clans plus the true swords with reinforcements coming from maybe Trumdor Gate or one of the other gates, then we might stand a fighting chance.
I assume once Steel Hide's here fighting outside, they're at least going to take a look.
Okay, I found something on the web who wants to know if you're fighting outside.
Hey, Siri!
Siri really wants to help us with our battle strategy. Hey Siri, can you make a battle strategy for us?
How successful are we going to be?
Well, no, what's funny is that I can't get Siri to work when I'm trying to. So I don't know what's going on there. Likes you guys more than me, I guess.
She wants to play D&D.
Yeah, right? You gotta let her creative juices flow.
So we have clans in here that are locked into their
Well,
headquarters.
they're locked in because the moment they move, reinforcements will arrive within minutes.
Which means we need to take out the people who are in front. So that way we have those additional reinforcements.
Out front?
Of their entrances.
Yes.
Well, or pose a larger threat than any of the interior.
There is that as well.
Or
That could
fake the threat.
have a large force gather out front.
That gate is wide
I
open.
could draw them out.
That would at least, I would assume that would pull a bunch of people away from guarding the specific clans.
I like it.
That might actually be our better way to go about this, as opposed to.
And if you plant people on the side of the roads hiding, I mean, we had relatively easily had a long conversation there. You can make your force bigger than it seems.
All right. Well,
I think that will be one of our ways, but we need to.
how do we get word to the outside?
If we can find Sai, Sai has a stone that we could communicate directly with.
Oh, great. Find somebody who's
Otherwise,
just like us.
we can get out. We know that they were starting to mobilize before we came in here. So I would assume anywhere on the path between Tremdor and here.
Well, what do you suggest? Do we send word out, or do we try to find Sai?
I would say maybe the safer way to do it is to send out a messenger to the True Swords.
All right. Which one do you want to go?
What do you mean?
Don't you want to carry the message out?
Probably would be the best way.
Or should I send someone?
Do you have anyone who is any quicker than a normal person?
I mean, we're quite adept at that.
I don't have anything that I can tear off.
I am not willing to leave Sai
No, I'm not
without
either.
looking for him at least a little bit.
But we need
God,
to.
he's an idiot.
I'll send word to... What am I sending word? That they should march on the front gate?
Yes, march on the front gate. Do not attack yet. Pose as big of a threat as they can until they get as many people as they can, and then they can siege.
He points to one of the...
And hide as many people on the side of the road so that they can pick people off.
If you are okay with giving any of these other hidden entrances to them, I think that will only be beneficial. But that's up to you. These secrets are yours.
He'll take care of it. And one of the people who you didn't even notice walking in just kind of steps out of the darkness and heads off.
Wow, you guys are good at that.
Somebody didn't notice him. It's probably Asinar.
Wick,
Already?
leaving the arena.
I'm going to head... I'm gonna head for the True Swords.
Okay.
The entire time I am keeping an eye out for anyone I know on my side.
It's going to be very difficult as
I know.
everyone is going to be... okay, fine. Give me a perception.
I'm just saying, Wick is trying to find these people. That's only a 10.
Okay. You will not see anyone.
Great.
So you're going to head to...
I'm heading towards the True Swords.
Okay. You're wandering by and you see kind of a big barricade around the steel hides with soldiers on the outside kind of lining it, but they're all kind of just waiting.
Mm-hmm. I'm still heading toward... Actually... I'm not. No, I'm... go really bad or really good.
You would know you're near the shadow cloaks.
I would.
I'm at 3 health. That's every decision I make at this point.
I'm at full health. I have 2 potions that I have no idea what they do.
One man wrecking crew.
I know what one of them does.
I'm gonna take a risk with one of them.
Oh boy.
Because it's either going to really hurt me or really help me. This could go really, really bad because it could not actually be a potion. All I have is unknown green liquid with a bunch of question marks.
Was that the one with the eyeball in it?
No,
No,
think
that's
that's
yellow. Because I know the one that you have with the eye on it.
I am going to take out... I have a mess kit. I'm going to take out the cup from my mess kit. Fill it with water. And then add a few drops from the unknown green liquid. And I'm going to... This is where I'm going to get caught. I just know it. I'm going to walk up to one of the Wraithbanes.
Alright, so as you're walking up, a hand goes over your mouth and pulls you away from vision around the corner. Quiet. Let's go. Follow me. What are you...
This is how we get
Follow
out of
me.
this.
What are you thinking?
I was really hoping this was poison
And you see
or acid.
you see it's a shadow cloak, and he kind of leads you back. He'll lead you to that area.
Bye.
He just glares
Are we still in
glances
there?
back. Yeah, well, we're gonna cut back to
Oh,
Citadel.
got it. Okay.
You guys will enter in the same room. Alright, your turn.
Never leave the teenager by herself. It's never gonna end well.
Well, I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I think at this point I'm kind of just hanging out in this hallway until something happens. Like I literally cannot think of anything to do.
Short rest while you're in there.
I mean, basically, I'm not even sure I have the energy to do anything, let alone the ability to, or.
Could you climb onto something?
I'm in a tiny little like alley, you know. I'm assuming
If you went back into the alley, well,
I'm
No,
in
you're-
between the two clans right now. Like,
yeah, you're on the other side. There's not a lot here. You can kind of hunker down and not be seen, but there's not like a nice alleyway like you had on the other side of the True Swords area.
So on the other side of the True Swords, was there a better alley to hide in?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm gonna go back there then.
Okay, you're able to make it.
I'm gonna hang out in this alleyway then.
Okay.
And I'm not trancing. I'm just kind of hanging out, catching my breath.
Short rest. That's kind of it.
That's kind of the name of the game. Yeah.
Okay.
Then you can roll hit dice.
Roll them
Yeah,
hit dice.
Roll those hit dice.
I'm gonna roll all the hit dice.
All right. So Wick walks into the room.
D8 plus con.
The I found this one about to walk up to the the Wraithbane soldiers.
I was gonna try to poison them. At least I hope it's poison.
Just somebody else deal with this one. And he walks back out and disappears from sight.
You have 5 because you're level 5.
I thought that you were all going to stay outside.
I thought I could help distract them so Sai could get in. I don't know if he got in.
And
Nobody knows about outside.
and what if that didn't work? What if that bluff didn't work?
Well, it did. I got all the way into the arena. And out.
Can we have a moment for the fact that you bluffed your way in and all the way into the arena and out of it? Okay, you're an idiot, but that was actually really impressive. Okay, praise
Don't reward
done.
this kind of behavior.
Praise done. That was very foolish, Wick.
You can't tell me what to do, Dad.
That is really nicely done.
Look, I figured
I didn't know you had it in you.
since I got in, I might as well have used it to try and find out what had happened to the king so that we could tell the queen so she could finally leave this alone.
Did you learn anything?
He's not in the arena.
Great.
Cool.
Is there anything else?
He's not dead in the arena.
That's slightly more helpful. Anything else about the city?
Is he alive in the arena?
Did you learn it? You're not there. Did you learn anything else?
I hadn't gotten to explore around too much before I got snagged. Oops.
Well, vomit dump of everything that we saw.
Yeah.
More than I learned.
These two stuck out like a sore thumb, and
You know, we still made it through like 2/3 of the city without anybody saying anything.
I didn't get to see what the dragon was. Do you know what color the dragon is?
it is a black dragon.
Lovely.
Great.
And he is incredibly large.
Even for a dragon.
Great!
Is he the guy who... Well, you guys weren't there. Or were you?
Yes,
Does
it's
he
that.
take a humanoid form?
Yeah.
Okay.
That smug son of a.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Your boss. Good thing you didn't meet him.
Yeah, he would have seen right through you and probably torn you in half.
Real fast.
Just dumb luck that he wasn't there.
Honestly, I'm surprised I got in.
So,
Me too.
we're sending word out. We've sent a messenger out to the rest of the people, or the rest of the True Swords. We're telling them to all gather at the front gate. Do not start sieging. We're trying to get a sort of distraction away from the stuff that's happening inside the city.
Great. Is this poison? And I hold out the unknown green liquid.
I don't know. I'll take a look at it.
Question. How much did they appear to know about your boss or your boss's workings?
Well, considering
or
the fact
anything
that
like
I
that?
got through everything by saying my boss and I don't want to be eaten by a dragon, do you? And that he would kill them if I didn't get through, and I never used names, probably not a lot. Or they're just that stupid.
My guess is they don't know a ton. That's actually valuable information.
Yay, I did good work.
My guess is that one tiny gnome isn't a huge threat. And
I
They
got in,
wouldn't
didn't
care.
I?
right, because you're not a threat. It's
Okay, hold on. Not now. We're literally in the middle of what's going to be a war.
Great. Tell me if that's poison.
I'm not going to deal with this right now. I will look at it later. He puts it on the
If
table.
it's poison, then we can poison the wraithbanes who are blocking the steel hides.
That's probably one application.
It is not here or there right now. We will deal with it later. You can go poison 3 of them if it is poison.
Great. If it's poison, I'm gonna go poison them. Or somebody who might be not me.
Just not right now.
Okay. That's what I was trying to do when I got caught.
So you said you were a distraction for Sai and you don't know where he is.
Nope,
Yeah,
I don't know
where's-
if he made it in.
Do you know if he was
Wonderful.
planning to come in?
I mean, I stopped him and I told him to stab me. You can't get mad at him for that this time.
You should have taken damage for that.
I know. I told him to stab me and that I would be a distraction for him, and I walked up and I was a distraction and then I got in. Which is much better than I thought was going to happen. I definitely thought that was where I was going to die.
Okay.
So we gotta
How
find
do we
Sai.
move forward?
We need to find Sai.
We need to find Sai.
We
Because
gotta
he
get...
has a direct connection to the queen.
Yes.
And also, I don't particularly want him to die.
I suppose you guys have used all of those lovely little scrolls.
They're of no use right now. No, we
Really?
I'm
Being
not
stronger,
worried
being
about
faster isn't...
they're minor effects for right now. I don't know where they are. This is not time for little things. We need to make sure the plans are in place.
Little things add up to big things, and big things makes the dragon go away.
That's more a question for once we have a plan, how individuals are
We
going
need
to
to
enact
find
it.
Sai and get word to the outside.
Look, I can
think
come
you
help you
would-
look for Sai.
Is there any way that he would know to mark something or make it obvious to other individuals or do something.
He knows thieves can't. I assume you all know that as well.
Of course, we would be looking for something.
Butts.
You did show us a symbol that you were going to use.
He really enjoys using that symbol, the tentacle monster one. That's his favorite symbol.
It wasn't actually a tentacle monster. That was for Ryan.
Comedic purposes.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I don't know what's comedic purposes and character with
Yeah.
it.
Wait, so what is the actual symbol?
It just anything crude. Like I'm just gonna write.
I know,
like,
but which one is the one you would choose?
Butts.
the one that I would choose for you is probably butts or something like that. Like
He usually uses the
PG-13
one
appropriate.
for butts when he's leaving us a symbol. I don't know thieves can't, but he's told me that's what it means.
Well, if anybody, we're quite well versed in that. If we see anything, then
You're quite well versed in butts. Sorry.
in thieves can't.
Oh, sure. Look for butts, I guess.
The things I add to this this whole shindig, I'm really proud of myself right now.
I think this might be a hootenanny, not a shindig.
Yeah, it could be.
He's really good at climbing, and he's really good at hiding.
Thank
I'm not saying he's better than you. I'm just saying I'm telling you what his behavior
no.
I
patterns
should have joined
are.
them. This guy's sarcastic as hell.
I mean, he basically thinks like you guys, as far as I know. Except he's kind of an idiot.
Immature.
Patient.
So where would an invisible immature idiot go?
He would have presumably come in through or near the main gate. Because that's where we were, was at the main gate.
And he probably would have stealthed with you guys making some sort of distraction.
So my guess would be, if he's just relying on stealth, I think he'd probably go towards True Sword Steelhide territory rather than Wraithbane Heavyfoot. On the off chance he sees somebody.
If he made it in the town at all.
Exactly. That would be where I would look, is that corner, because that's a more favorable corner for us.
Well, let's go look for him.
Alright. Do you want me to come?
Yeah.
Okay.
You... at least you stay here. No more bluffing and walking around. It's safe-ish here.
I bluffed my way all the way to the arena. And out.
It's impressive, but... sit this one out, okay?
Okay.
Alright. And...
Do you want me... I can cast a spell to make us more stealthy if you'd like.
Sure.
Okay.
And
stay within 30 feet of me.
You and Sargus and probably like 3 others are gonna walk out and go look for Sai. Alright. If you guys want to talk or anything, I'm just that's okay. Just let me know.
Yeah, I'm just right at this point. I'm just zoning out, trying to figure out any and all different plans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sai, what are you doing? You've short rested for like an hour or 2-ish.
Yeah, probably 2 hours. And then I'll probably stealth over back towards the kitchen and kind of see if the commotion has died down yet.
There's still some alert guards, but not. It's mostly the same.
Okay.
There's a little bit more alert than they were previously.
Okay. And I'm gonna go back, kind of in between the steel hides and the. I'm gonna go back past the playing cards.
Give me another stealth check because it's been a while.
That's a 22.
Okay. You're able to go between them again.
Okay. I'm going to. So I don't know how you want to play this. If you want me to roll to see whether I would have remembered this, but if I'm expecting my group, who I know is already in, to find me, I probably would have used Thieves' Cant. I, as a player, did not remember that, but I don't know how you want to play that.
It's your character.
Do you want me to roll like an intelligence check or something like that?
Completely your character. How would Sai do this?
Sai would make notes to make sure that they could find me since I knew that they were inside. Sai would do that. Ryan wouldn't because he's not actually a master thief.
Then
Okay.
Sai would have done it. And
So I'll
just try to remember next time a little bit better.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I will. I'm not used to people being around knowing thieves can't. That really hasn't been a useful tool yet because nobody knows it except me.
And also, 3 separate groups.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just kind of put butts on the walls of the alleys that I'm in. And I think myself when I write them, I'm like, I really hope that one of my friends finds this, but I kind of hope that there's a thief sneaking around trying to steal stuff that is just like, ooh, finally a sign. Oh, god damn it.
I love the idea that there's a shadow cloak who's like really stealth, blah blah blah, and about to get away with something, and then just cracks up laughing.
Yeah, it gets gone.
And then has to go run away.
So you said going past the steel hides was basically the same thing, that they're all playing cards, not really paying attention, they're not really trying to invade the steel hides area.
They're a little bit more alert than those ones because they have a threat on the other side of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a few like outposts that are like standing up and like looking over.
Looking away from the steel hides, or towards the steel
they're
hides?
mostly looking at the steel hides, but I mean they're also kind of looking around. It's not like it's free reign to run anywhere you want. And there are patrols.
Are the walls in the alley, are they dirt or concrete or like, what are we talking about?
The
like
walls
stone?
on the alley would be stone.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of go halfway in between this one and carve butts into the wall, and I'm literally just gonna sit down and wait, just because I'm at a point where there's alert guards over here, there's semi-alert guards over here, and I can pass freely between them, but getting out is a much more difficult task. There isn't a ceiling that kind of goes all the way across this area, is there? No. So
Several rooms of maybe stores or something?
No, it wouldn't go over a gate of a main.
Yeah. So I'm literally just gonna kind of hang out.
All right.
I wish I could do more, but
You as you were just kind of chilling there, you hear a familiar voice like, "What's up, Sai?" And all of a sudden becomes visible as and are just sitting next to you.
oh hey,
Forgot you were here.
did you see my nuts?
Yeah, I kind of figured it was you.
Yeah, that's the point. How you been?
Good. How about you?
Good,
What are you
good.
doing?
Just kind of hanging out.
And
I wanted
this
to go
doesn't
far.
seem like the best area for that.
Well, I know that it would have been better to hang out on the other side, but I kind of fell through the vent that led to above the main entrance.
Wait.
Yeah, that
Blood
one.
coming out of his nose and like the side of his
Yeah.
face.
I'm mostly blood and ash at this point.
Good book
You thought that was the best way in?
I mean, there were guards at the other ones, and they were looking out, so I figured that, worst case scenario, I fall into a kitchen-like area, and those people aren't going to fight me, so...
You're not
If you
dead,
think about,
I guess.
If you think about it, it's really genius.
It's the most idiotic genius I've ever heard of, then.
Thank you.
So what are you doing just sitting here?
Well, I was kind of stuck, the steel hides are kind of having trouble over there, and there's alert guards because I fell through a vent onto a fire over there. So I was just kind of hanging out, and I figured that the other people that kind of came in, if anybody was alive, they'd find me in this area. So I left they know the one thieves can't, symbol. So I figured I'd wait for someone to find me.
The word has been sent out to look for you, and
Oh, you found me.
luckily I was able to find you. Now,
Yeah. Look at you.
you wanna
I'm proud of you.
you wanna follow me and let's
Yeah, that
get
sounds
out of
good.
here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well,
Oh, by the way, I have a direct link to the Queen of the True Swords also. So
I heard you had something important.
yeah. So
Do you want to just give that to me while we go over, or
no, don't take this the wrong way.
Trust me, we've tried.
You're a D&D version of a homie, but I'm not gonna give you a direct link to the True Sword just because you're not True Sword. No offense. I'm sure you understand.
Okay, well, don't get caught.
I won't.
Let's go. All right, so give me a stealth.
Another one.
Mm-hmm.
13.
That was not good.
And caught.
Okay. Okay. So he goes like 99% invisible. You're able to, because you know where he is, you're able to see like he kind of has a little bit of shadow on the ground.
Yeah.
You're able to follow it. And he kind of leads you out and around. You're going around the barricade.
Mm-hmm.
And you're being as stealthy as you can, kind of going from. There's not a lot here, so it's kind of like just out.
Yeah.
But so you get about halfway around, and then as you're heading into closer to the Shadow Cloaks, one of the patrols spots you and goes, "Hey, get him!" And about the group of 8 kind of start to rush at you.
I'm gonna use my bonus action dash and just kind of run, but I'm gonna like kind of toss the rock to where I know that he is.
Okay.
Just kind of like I guess sleight of hand, but not. If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna kind of put it in like a pouch or something. Or
You can throw it. He's paying attention.
And
He'll catch it, and he'll say back to you in a hushed tone, "Lose them and get to the entrance. I'll meet you there for the Shadow Cloaks."
I'm on it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna sprint, and I'm literally just gonna look for a great place to hide.
All right. So he's gonna completely vanish at this point, and then, so okay. You know what? We're gonna end it there.
Yeah.
It's getting late. I have a place I wanted to end it, but this is good enough. Sai being spotted by a patrol that's running after him, and that's what we're going to call for tonight. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you hopefully next Friday.
Some of us.
A week from Friday for half of Role Control and possibly some new guests. And then after that, the following Tuesday, New Year's Day,
yes,
we will be back for our regular schedule. So we're only missing 1 week, and we're giving you guys an extra episode. No details about it yet, but it will be good.
Normal time, 7 p.m. Central.
7 p.m. Central. So
you had an announcement, right?
Nope, that's it.
It was just that we're meeting on Friday.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So thank you guys so
New
much
Year's
for
Day.
watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
It's gonna be the really awkward.